Good morning, friends. Welcome to our Sunday celebration at Unity Spiritual Center of Anchorage. My name is Reverend Rachel Simpson, and I'm the minister here. And I'd like to start first with the acknowledging that I stand with gratitude humbly on the land of the Dena'ina people. And so we start with prayer today. We just take a moment to settle into this time together, setting aside any busyness of the morning and just allowing to come present into this time to connect with the divinity within and to share our connection across the city and across the world. And so we set forth this time with joy and with anticipation for the wisdom that we may gain and the truth that comes forth. And so it is, and so we let it be. Amen. And so let's have a song. We got a brand new song, hot off the press, from the very talented Zoe. And so here it is.
I pray and I know and I let the Spirit show. I pray and I know and I let the Spirit flow. Yes, I pray it and I know it, then I've got to let go of it. I pray and I know and I let the Spirit show. I let it overflow. Yes, I know, I know, I know. I let my spirit grow. I pray and I know and I let the Spirit show. I pray and I know and I let the Spirit flow. Yes, I pray it and I know it, then I've got to let go of it. I pray and I know and let the Spirit show. I let it overflow. Yes, I know, I know, I know. I let my spirit grow.
Wasn't that fun? Yes. All right. Now we head over to Nancy for our daily word reading of the day.
Good morning. Today's word is prosperity. I am prosperous as I enjoy my daily blessings. I am comfortable with the person I see in the mirror as I begin my day. I am filled with energy and enthusiasm for my work, my recreation, time with family or friends, or time for learning and reflection. My gratitude grows throughout the day as I take part in activities I enjoy and spend time with people I care about. As I prepare for sleep, I am grateful for the blessings of a day well lived. More than money or possessions, prosperity is an awareness of well-being, my ability to enjoy simple blessings. I strengthen my prosperity consciousness as I bless and appreciate my home, my friends and family, and my work. I increase the flow of abundance by sharing my time, talents, and treasure in service to others. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord my whole life long. Psalm 23, verse 6. And once again, I am prosperous as I enjoy my daily blessings. And so it is.
Forgot to turn the microphone off. Thank you for Nancy waving at me. I turn off my microphone while other people are talking so I can like drink my water and stuff and not worry about if I drop my ukulele making a big clattering sound or something like that. Anyway, yes. And so let's settle into our meditation time, friends. And let's get the words up. When I pray, I feel my heart go deeper. And you can sing along as much as you'd like, or if you just want to close your eyes and let the words and the music flow over you, that is okay too. When I pray, I feel my heart go deeper, my heart go deeper into my God. When I pray, I feel my heart go deeper, my heart go deeper into my God. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. I feel my soul when I pray. I feel my soul go deeper, my soul go deeper into my God. When I pray, I feel my soul go deeper, my soul go deeper into my God. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. When I pray, I feel my love. I feel my love go deeper. My love go deeper into my God. When I pray, I feel my love go deeper. My love go deeper into my God. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. And so I invite you to just relax further in the chair, wherever you happen to be resting in this moment. And just close your eyes if it's comfortable, or let your eyes rest gently, softly on a focus point. Relax your shoulders. Notice anywhere else that might be tense. Relax that too. When I pray, I feel my heart go deeper. And so we just take this time in meditation to allow the heart to sink deeper, into the truth of our being. Right here, right now, I sink deeper into the truth of my being. And just allowing the heart to sink deep into the truth of my being. Right here, right now, there is only love. Right here, right now, there's only peace and wisdom and light. And so I invite you to bring to your heart someone or something you deeply appreciate. Be a moment in time. Be a beloved friend or pet. And let that feeling of appreciation permeate the body, sizzle every cell. And as it does, as you feel that appreciation coursing through your body, let it spread out. Feel it connect with the others who are in this moment of connection as we create a net of love and appreciation that spreads across our city. And as it spreads around, feel that net of love and appreciation spread around the world to touch the hearts and minds of all beings with intentions of love, well-being, peace, compassion. And so we give the world a hug today. As we start to bring our consciousness back to this place and time, right here and right now, just feel that gratitude, the abundance of love, the ever-flowing well. And so I invite you to notice the chair supporting your body. Wiggle those fingers and toes. And gently, as we sing the song again, bring your awareness to this place. When I pray, I feel my heart go deeper, my heart go deeper into my God. When I pray, I feel my heart go deeper, my heart go deeper into my God. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. So we are both here in our Sunday experience and on our Wednesday classes, continuing the journey of the eye of the storm, which is about embracing conflict and creating peace. And so today, don't go running off yet. Today, I want to talk about the Sorry, my brain just went for a moment. Oops, wrong button. Okay, not going to multitask anymore. Today, we want to talk about the enemy and who I've come here to be, because it's much more interesting to talk about who we've come here to be. And I just saw your message, Nancy, that my picture was clear. Am I better? No. Yes, I am better. Oh, sound up. It's up as high as it goes. I don't know. Okay, well, hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully you'll hear whatever you need to hear today. Okay. I guess it's time to drill that hole in the ceiling and make a hardwire connection to the internet. Anyway, wanted to tell you a story about something that happened here in my household many years ago. All right, good. Sound is better. Thank you. Okay, so many years ago, my sister, who many of you know lives here with me, I came home and discovered that my sister had left the tea kettle or the hot water kettle on the stove and had gone completely empty. And because she's deaf, she hadn't heard it whistle or anything like that. And she just turned it on and then went off to do something and forgotten about it. It's the kind of thing that probably we've all done something like that at some point in our lives. But when I brought it to her attention and said, hey, it's really important that we make sure that we don't do this for obvious reasons, right? We don't want to burn down the house. She got really defensive and really upset. And it was all about, well, I didn't mean to, so you shouldn't be mad at me. And I'm like, I'm not mad at you. I just want you to make sure we don't do this again. Seems like a reasonable request, I hope. So that was a big upset. There was a lot of energy. There was a lot of stuff that went along with that. Fast forward to last week, the week before. And nothing, we hadn't burned any tea kettles since then. A couple weeks ago, I was in the kitchen and I noticed it seemed warm by the stove. And I realized that one of the burners was on just a little bit. And we have a gas stove. So it's very, if it's down really low, you could not see it. And she had been warming something and in the process of plating up her food or whatever, had missed it. Once again, some kind of thing that probably we've all done at some level in our life. So I went to her and said, hey, you left the stove on. And she was like, oh my goodness, it was an accident. I'm so sorry. I said, okay, you're going to make sure you double check? Yeah. And then we went about our day. Now, I did ask her if I could tell you this story before I shared it, because it would be embarrassing to some. But I wanted to share it with you, not to tell secrets on my sister, but to show you the difference in growth and the difference and see, when this happened 10 years ago, it was all about having to be defensive because she was so much in, I did something wrong, and all in the story about not enoughness, right? All in that story. And now, when this happened more recently, she didn't go to all those triggers or about whatever it was that was going on in her head. It was just like, oh, yes, of course. Oh my gosh, what a surprise. I'll make sure I don't do that again. It was a very much more mature response. And we've spent a lot of time over the last 10 years working on those types of things. And so this is exactly what this practice that we're looking at, the eye of the storm, is about. It's about defusing those triggers so that when things happen, it's not about going back to all the times that we've made a mistake in the past and having those all come at us like a freight train, but simply seeing that, oh, something needs to be resolved. Let's resolve it and moving on. That sounds like a better way to live, doesn't it? I hope so. It sounds like a lot more fun, and a lot more fun to live with someone when we're living in that world. And so in the work of the eye of the storm and the other work that goes along with this, we talk about the enemy. Now, maybe in unity circles, you're not used to hearing things like the enemy, but the enemy is simply that which we are not, or that which is showing us how we're showing up, how we wouldn't like to be. Let me say that again. The enemy is giving us a mirror. See how we're showing up, how we don't want to be, right? So when my sister left the kettle on, gave her an opportunity. When I said, hey, we got to make sure we don't do that again, it was giving her, and I was the enemy. She was seeing it that way because it was going with all the things in her mind that she didn't want to be. And so when we want to live in a world, if we want to live like no one and nothing is against us, we have to heal the enemy. Now, I think it's really easy to do some spiritual band-aids and just say, well, we'll just slap an affirmation on it, or call them not the enemy and make a blessing out of it, or push it through. And then we don't have any enemies. It's not really dealing with our stuff, you know? And so what we need to do is acknowledge it so that we can transform it. Because we don't want to show up. I don't want to show up. I'm guessing you don't want to show up as the whole world is against me. You don't want to show up, I'm guessing, as not good enough, not enough. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough smarts. I don't have enough blah, 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 all the stuff, right? You don't want to show up that way, right? All of that is stuff that comes from this inner dialogue that we get triggered from all the time. But we don't want to show up that way, right? So how do we turn around the corner? Well, first we have to acknowledge it, right? And that's what we've been looking at. And of course, it's a much more than I can tell you in one little talk on a Sunday morning. So hopefully you'll dive into more about this journey with us. Because what we want to do is, when we acknowledge it, notice those points, we want to go a little deeper and say, why did I respond that way in a way I didn't want to? Because what I know is that we've all come here to be more than that. We've all come here to be more than our story of how we messed up. We've all come here to be more than our story of how something is against us. Now, that's not to say systematic problems in our world that need to be resolved. They certainly do. However, it's about how we choose to approach it. Do we approach these systematic problems as these are the reasons my life stinks, or do we see these as things that need to be resolved to co-create a world that works for all? And they may have affected our lives. They probably have. But it's about whether or not, it's about my choosing to do something about it comes from my enoughness. So who have you come here to be? Who have you come here to be? Some of you know use the chat function. Some of you might even know. Some of you have probably done this exercise before. Who have you come here to be? I have a little card. It changes all the time. Maybe you come here to be loving. Maybe you've come here to be joy. Maybe you've come here to be compassionate. Maybe you've come here to be passionate. Maybe you've come here to be tenacious. Maybe you've come here to be peaceful. Maybe you've come here to be wisdom or understanding. Maybe you've come here to be, I don't know, kind. Maybe you've come here to be courageous or faith-filled. any of or all of those. You can choose all of those. Whatever makes your heart sing that says, "Yes, yes, I've come here to be that." Yes. And you want to be those things, right? You want to be here as love. Yes. You want to be here as joy and wisdom and enthusiasm. And looking over here, because this is where one of my charts, my little cards that says who I've come here to be is. You've come here to be those things, kind. But when we get triggered, sometimes we show up as having a little fit instead, right? Whether it's a physical expression or an internal expression, sometimes we show up as having a little fit. I mean, I have fits sometimes. Sometimes bigger than a little fit. Sometimes they're a fit. Still, you know. But when these things happen, if we can, hopefully someday we get to the place where we notice we're triggered and we just go, oh, well, that's very interesting. And then we just move on from it. It takes a lot of practice. And so it's really important that we don't get beat up on ourselves when we get triggered and we really have a thing. But when we have a large emotional response, it's an opportunity to notice that there's something for healing. It's a mirror to tell us that there's something there to be healed. Now, we have had quite a time. I think for many of us, we're spending a lot of time at home, or we may be out working, which is also another opportunity for more stress. And so we are extra, many of us are extra on edge. And so it gives us more opportunities to notice the things to heal. And so it's an opportunity also to practice self-compassion. If we get triggered by something, it's okay. We just need to clean it up. So it's a reminder to be nice to yourself. Yes, like Nancy says, acknowledge it so you can transform it. Exactly. So if you had a toddler in front of you and they were upset because they wanted the purple stickers and all you had was blue stickers, you would be compassionate with them, right? I hope. Because you would understand that it's just something that's beyond their control and it's not how they want. And I'm not calling you toddlers, but it's sort of that same thing. If we can remember to have that same amount of compassion when things aren't going the way we want them, to say, okay, I see how it's not how we want. And then we notice, okay, well, what is the thing that's missing? If we could have remembered that we had enough, then it would be okay if we didn't have stickers the color we wanted. If we came from loving, then it would be okay if someone didn't show up the way we'd like them to. And so this is why it's so important to know, really, who have I come here to be? How have I come here to show up? When we know those things, we can say, oh yeah, that's how I want to be grounded. That's how I want to be rooted. That's how I want people to remember me. If you did a quick thought of someone important to you that's passed on, you probably would come up with a handful of adjectives that described how they were. And they may not have even known that people thought that way about them. And so these are the same for us, right? What are the adjectives? What are the attributes that are who we are? And when we know that, then we can shift from showing up from our not enoughness, showing up from our unworthiness, showing up from needing to be right, and just be like, oh, Right. A course correction is required, but it doesn't change who I am. And I'm just showing you the big picture of where we're going. I'm not saying I'm perfect, and I'm not saying that most people get this perfect all the time, right? Totally not saying that. So have compassion. We can all, we're all just doing the best we can as we go along. That's another important thing to remember as we're going through life. Just remember that everybody really is probably doing the best that they can. It may not be how you put them to show up. It may not mean that there's not some sort of balancing that needs to happen. You certainly don't have to tolerate someone who's not showing up in a healthful way in your life. But they are just showing up the best that they know how. So instead of making them the enemy, let's send them compassion as we move forward in our wholeness. That's what we do. That's how we become the I, the center, the me, the eye of the storm, instead of swirling around in the chaos. So that's that. So let's go forward and do that. So I invite you to think about who have you come here to be? Who have you come here to be? Write down a list. Write down a list. Who have I come here to be? And maybe you say, you know what? I have not come here to be not enough. It's a good thing to know. I have not come here to be unworthy, or whatever else you might be have whatever. You know, if you write it down, sometimes it just like lets it out. It's a good thing. So, and if you want to know more about all of that, come to class on Wednesday. You can pop into our Eye of the Storm class on Wednesdays anytime. The links, everything is in the e-news. So if you don't get the e-news, I highly recommend you sign up for it. You can do that on our website. Because also this week in the e-news, I'll have some information about some of the ways that we can support our local community. The Thanksgiving blessing and other things like that are coming up. And it'll be, it's important for us to make sure that our neighbors are taken care of. So all of that information I'm gathering that'll be in the e-news this week, along with the link for class on Wednesday night and anything else that might come up. Who knows? Who knows? Let's see. Anything else? No, I don't think so. All right. So as we are going to move into our if. See, this is the problem. I don't move my mouse for a while and then it doesn't want to go. Okay. So we're going to move into our closing prayer. And so I invite you to just take a moment to hold in your heart. Just hold in your heart. Anyone who's on your heart today. Together. The light of God surrounds us. We are the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. We are the love of God. The power of God protects us. We are the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. We are the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is. So it is. And so it is, friends. So join us over at Fellowship on the Zoom. If you get the e-news, you have the link. And would love to see you there. And thank you to our monthly givers. Thank you for sharing your prosperity. That's the word of the day. If you're not a consistent giver, you can head over to unityofanchorage.org/donate and help support our ministry. All right, friends, take care. Have a wonderful week. Remember, you have come here to be love and joy and wisdom and light and kindness and compassion. Go out there and be that.